Grand Rising, everybody. As you can see, it's pretty dark out. And I usually been, taking that 645 joint because I'm like, whatever. But a little earlier than I normally am today. A lot of times I kind of be in the mode of taking that 645 joint. But today I'm up early. I'm not sure why I'm so prepared. I mean, I'm your prepared person, but I don't know. Today I think I'm trying to go see what's going on. But like I said, I did those trips from Bloomington and was breaking down just some thoughts when I was leaving Bloomington. And like I said, I did work out there at one point in time. So I still got another video that I want to redo. So, but that's when I was working at TCS and whatnot. So, this morning I want to go face the music. I want to go see what's going on because, like I was saying, I'm supposed to have an allotment of PTO and I'm supposed to take my PTO without no issue, and, I'm waiting to hear back on those, hopefully sometime this week, sooner or later. And I'm going to take it. Whether they offer it or not, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm thinking it's a possibility that they could be saying, hey, look, man, come on and get with the program. And, one thing I'll tell you, a piece of advice, and this is what a guy told me. Old black man told me this one time. If you're looking around and kind of doing your thing, don't get to telling a whole bunch of people at the company or whatever, any of your major business or whatever like that. You might have one person that you kind of trust or whatnot, or but I mean, don't make it because co-workers, they'll get to doing little stuff and saying little stuff. Now, if you're applying internally, that's cool, whatever, but yeah, don't get to doing the most. You dig? And when you move around, that also ain't everybody's business. Because what people will do is in small environments, like in little small towns, and they will get to talking and carrying on, and you looking up, and before you know it, somebody else at that new gig, I'm saying unless they referred you. Now, if they referred you, that's different. But somebody at that new gig, they'll get to talking. And before you know it, they'll get to hating and doing stuff. This is something we deal with, man. This is something we deal with. Another thing, I've been reading the comments from y'all, and I appreciate it. And I got the bait on my hook for a lot of them. I did a reparations video, and the first thing that the folks is gonna say, they've been saying, and I knew they was gonna say that. I'm so glad this state fair thing is over and we get regular parking again. Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm get regular parking in the morning. But people have been saying a lot, and they'll say, well, reparations is only for those that actually suffered it or whatever like that. Well, the United States of America, we still paying reparations. We giving money to foreign aid to other people. We pay reparations to the Japanese. That was I believe in the Reagan area. You might as well say we paying reparations for illegals. All this money coming in, You seen all them black kids in Chicago, they were shutting down them little schools and community centers and stuff and letting people fresh off the boat. Taxpayers had to pay for that. Taxpayers had to pay for that. Ukraine, that ain't got nothing to do with me. This was promised and owed by the government to the descendants of slaves. So GI Bill and Marshall Plan and all these other little things these folks have gotten, stuff like that, they tell us what they can't do. They tell us, they say, well, y'all not qualified for it. Well, our people never received it. A lot of the Native Americans, you have a lot of $5 Indians, they received something. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that they really wasn't supposed to get. The $5 Indians wasn't supposed to get nothing. They just got on that Dawes roll and they got something. Another comment I want to address is for that video. They're like, well, I'm so loud on the video. Well, you know, the video, this mic picks up a lot long, so you know I can see, you know, he's like, oh, he's pretty loud. I've been seeing a lot of deflections. The deflections have really been co-signing the race soldier. This lady, the bottom line is this lady's Hispanic, and she got a little janky Boost Mobile stole. Her Boost Mobile phone was janky as hell, and it got stole. And you just picked the most random black person that you could find, which was a homie of mine. And he sent the video. He put it out there. So yeah, it's booming on TikTok and everything. A lot of people saying call ICE. A lot of people saying call ICE. Some people are saying, well, you know, DP, you shouldn't be, you know, black or brown and all this little. No, we ain't doing that no more. No, black folks ain't gonna be the sacrificial lambs no more. That's the end of it. That's over with. But the bottom line is, you accuse this black man of stealing the phone, and the black man didn't steal the phone. So that's a Karen report. That's a false police report. You don't just get to pick out the most random black face and just say, well, yeah, you know, you doing the same thing that they trying to say ICE is doing. Well, you Mexican, so you illegal. We just look at you and just say you illegal. Y'all are saying that the ICE folks, ICE baby, is doing that. And then they support doing the same thing. Then they start sharing videos of black people stealing phones or something. I didn't even look at them. I said, I didn't even look at them. But yeah, if I was that lady, I know I wouldn't be falsely trying to accuse nobody. I would not false. So they were more mad about me pointing out that her crime of saying, and he didn't get arrested for the crime. My homie didn't get arrested for the crime. So I was talking to him because he's down, and they said they were correcting me. They say I said Tucson. I think it's Tuscan or something like that. So they were telling me how to pronounce it. And what I've heard from several black people, it's a little different than Phoenix. They said it's a lot of race soldiers out there. That's what I've been told. So I said, all right, I'm going to clear the air. I said, I'm going to get you on tape, on the interview, explaining what happened. I'm going to get him on tape explaining what happened to him down there. Because he's saying he ain't steal the phone. And he didn't get arrested. So he didn't steal the phone. So, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, you're not going to get up here and babble and deflect and tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, the volume of my mic and all this kind of stuff, that's a deflection from the fact that the man didn't steal the phone. And that means you filed a false police report. You getting ready to call the police on somebody that didn't steal the phone. So that's it, y'all.